Hey there, everyone. I am sort of back. I'm not really back. I'm back, but I've never really left. I've just been not making videos. But this video is going to be sort of a video response to Playongo. So if you have been chomping at the bit to have video from me again, thank Playongo, who has forced me to make this video. This is going to be games I'm excited for in 2018 as of the first week of 2018 or second week of 2018 at this point. So, Playongo made a list. It was really short, I thought, and I thought, well, he didn't name a lot of the games I was excited for, so let's make that list and see what it is. And then I went to my computer and I started making the list, and I was like, holy hell, there's like more than 20 games on this list. So we're gonna go over these lists, this giant list of games that I'm excited for coming in 2012. 2012. What the fuck am I talking about? 2018. Okay, so 2018, first game, right off the bat. You guys should know what it is. This is Hokuto ga Gotoku. This is the fuck. It's the Fist of the North Star game made by Yakuza Studios, so it's kind of like a Yakuza game, but in the Fist of the North Star universe. Hence the Hokuto part, and the Gagotoku part is the part of the Japanese name for the Yakuza series. So, Fist of the North Star is Hokuto no Ken, and Yakuza is Yuga Gotoku. So if you mash those up together, you've got Hokuto ga Gotoku. And that's the game. It's coming out in about a month and a half at this point. Month and 3 weeks now. It's a game I've been really excited for. There's not a Yakuza game this year. And, I mean, there hasn't been one. For me, at least. For you guys are getting the ones we got, like, years ago. But this one is the Yakuza game of the year. Hokuto ga Gotoku. I'm really excited for that one. So that's high up on my list. I'm one of the games I'm most excited for, and this list has a few games. It's got about 20 something games on here, but some of them, like, I'm not sure are coming in 2018. So they're on the list, but they're iffy. I put those at the end because they could be 2018 and onward. And some of these are just like vague 2018 release dates, so they could be pushed back past 2018. It's possible. I mean, some of them you'll know what I'm talking about right when I get to it. But anyway, next game also mentioned. This one was mentioned by Playongo. One of the only games he mentioned that was also on my list. That is Metal Max Xeno. Metal Max, you guys, I've talked about it before. It's kind of like a wacky post-apocalyptic Mad Max RPG, turn-based RPG, where you can you could use characters and get in vehicles like tanks and weird. You fight all these kind of weird, wacky characters. It's not like serious like Mad Max is. It's kind of weird and goofy. So, I've talked about this game series before. The previous game was on the 3DS. This one, I believe, is coming on the PS4 and the Vita. I have pre-ordered the Vita version, and I'm excited for it. I can't wait for that to come out. Get back into the world of Metal Max Xeno. I hope it's done a little better than the one on the 3DS, which was good. It was a fun game to play, but kind of cheaply made. And I expect this one to be kind of cheaply made, but less cheaply made than the the one on the 3DS. Hopefully, I mean that's the goal anyway. Well, I mean the hope, but it doesn't really matter. I mean I don't care if it's like a cheaply made game. Those games are fun to play, and the characters are always wacky and fun. So it's probably fine. Next game is Valkyria Chronicles 4. This is coming in 2 months, maybe two. It's like it comes 2 weeks after the Hokuto ga Gotoku. Sega is just heavy loading that end of the fiscal year there. But Valkyria Chronicles 4 is coming on the PS4. It's also coming on the Switch, but at a later date for some reason. So I'm getting it on the PS4. I would have got it on the Switch because I would get everything on the Switch if I could. But Valkyria Chronicles 4 I'm getting on the PS4 because I want to play it and I don't want to wait for the Switch version. So I'll be getting that pretty quickly. It looks good so far. I haven't really been watching a lot of stuff on it though. I watched like the initial release thing and I was just like, well, okay, ordering that, not watching anything else. So I don't know what it looks like currently, but it's the numbered series titles tend to be good in Valkyria Chronicles. At least, you know, it's currently, if you go rank 1 to 3, it's kind of like 2 out of 3 is not bad. So anyway, next we've got 2 Persona dancing games coming on the same day. That's also March, maybe March. That's coming, I think. Could be later, could be April, or could be May. I'm just guessing here. I don't remember the date personally. I think it's March though. Could be April, could be May. It's around then though. In the next couple of months, there's 2 Persona dancing games come out. You know, like I didn't mind Persona 4 dancing, but you know, like I'm not a huge music rhythm fan. But like this one is like you got Persona 3 dancing and Persona 5 dancing. Um I'm gonna buy these games and I'm gonna probably regret it, but they could be good. And I kind of prefer the music in 3 to 4, and you know 5 is all right too. So it probably will be okay. I mean, I didn't have a bad time playing through 4, so I think these 2 games that come out on the same day for some reason I'll be fine. I don't go into the dancing games obviously expecting like an awesome story, and that's a good thing because the previous one didn't have an awesome story; it had an okay story. But anyway, those are coming. And staying on that Persona kick, I think Persona Q2 is coming out this year. I'm pretty sure, um, because I don't think the 3DS is going to get a lot of support after 2018. That's my guess. But Persona Q2 is probably coming this year. I'm pretty sure they had mentioned that it's 2018. So that is also on the list. I'm not sure what the characters were for Persona Q2 though. What was it, 4 and 5? Who knows? I don't remember. But that's another one. Okay, next we're moving on to uh, another game that's currently sort of out. Sort of. I mean, it's in pre-release. You know, like that thing they do on Steam and GOG where like they release a game that's not even remotely close to done. But this game I bought it on GOG, and it's in that kind of development stage. This game is Deep Sky Derelicts, and currently it's not even remotely close to done. It's probably like 30% done. Uh, but even at 30% done, I put a lot of time into it already, and I've really been enjoying it. So I'm hoping that this game gets a lot of progress this year. Maybe towards the end of the year, it'll come out as like a pretty much a game you can actually beat with bugs. Um, that's my hope, at least. I'm hoping that they finish it in 2018. I don't know that it's going to be, but even if they don't finish it, every time they do a substantial gameplay update, I'm gonna play through the game again. It's fun. So that's Deep Sky Derelicts. If you missed the title, get on that. Currently, if you're not really into the idea of it, I wouldn't recommend getting it now because like you'll play it and you'll feel like it's kind of bugged and I don't want to play it because it is, but like it's like purposely bugged because like you can't progress past like the very beginning part of the game because it's probably not created yet. But whatever, not important. But what I played, pretty awesome so far. I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of like Darkest Dungeon, but with a card-based battle system, which is cool. And it's sci-fi instead of, fantasy. But speaking of Darkest Dungeon, I am also excited this year for the physical release of Darkest Dungeon on the Vita. There's a physical release of Darkest Dungeon coming out on the PS4 and the Vita that includes the DLC. So, but also, Darkest Dungeon is coming out on the Switch. Not physically, though, which is strange. But I wish it was coming physically, because I would just get on the Switch. I'm probably going to get on the Switch anyway, to be honest. I'll just suffer with the download. Boo. Anyway, I'll get Darkest Dungeon on the Switch, probably on the Vita also. That'll be like my third time buying Darkest Dungeon, but I'm fine with that. It's such a good game, and I've played through it a couple of times, and I feel like I just want to throw money at these developers to make more games like Darkest Dungeon. If they make a Darkest Dungeon 2, because I bought 3 copies of Darkest Dungeon, please get on it. That's all I'm saying. Next is Bloodstained. Bloodstained obviously is the Koji Igarashi, like Castlevania spiritual successor. So I didn't kickstart this game. I wasn't even really excited for it until I streamed Symphony of the Night on Twitch. So I played through Symphony of the Night, not all of it. I played through like half of it, and then I never streamed it again. But also, shout out to my Twitch channel where I'm mostly online these days. So if you're missing my videos for some reason, the like 4 of you that are really interested in my videos, I'm on Twitch now. If you go to my page, you can find my Twitch link on there. I'm way more likely to be found on Twitch than I am to be found on YouTube, to be honest. It's just I like Twitch a lot more, I think. So there I am on Twitch doing my Twitch thing. But yeah, Bloodstained. After playing through Symphony of the Night again, I remembered like how much I liked Symphony of the Night and how much I should be excited for Bloodstained. So now that Bloodstained is coming this year, I'm totally gonna buy that. So again, on my list for 2018. Next we've got another game from Kickstarter. This one I actually did back. I actually threw money at this one. I threw a bunch of money at this one. That is Shenmue 3. So Shenmue 3 was supposed to come out at the end of 2017, but that wasn't going to happen, let's be honest. I don't think anybody believed it was coming out in December of 2017. But they have pushed it back to near the end, I guess, of 2018, which is more likely. So, again, that's one that, like, who fucking knows if that's coming. It might come, might not come, who knows. But I assume it's going to be out. So, they've said it's coming out in 2018. So I'm going to go by that and say that it's a game of 2018 that I'm excited for. Shenmue 3, that's a must-buy. Well, I mean, I don't have to buy it. I bought it. I paid for it. I got to play it when it shows up. That's basically it. So, onwards. Next, we've got Code Vein. Code Vein, Waifu Souls, I guess. I haven't really watched anything for Code Vein. I have no idea what it looks like beyond the initial gameplay and the idea of it being like sort of a kind of anime-ish Dark Souls. That's good enough for me. I just decided like I'm probably gonna play that game at some point, so I stopped watching videos of it. I don't care. I'm not spoiling myself on anything anymore. It makes playing games so much more fun. But anyway, Code Vein, done. I've decided I'm buying it, so it's on the list. And I'm excited for that. I don't know when it's coming either. I don't check any news stories about it anymore. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to pre-order it. But Code Vein also on the list. We are maybe halfway through the list now, 13 minutes into the video. But, yeah, next game. Another game that I'm excited for, Agony. Now, Agony is kind of a stealth game. I don't really like stealth games that much, but sometimes they're okay. But this one is a different theme to it that I think is a theme that I am really into, which is like the person escaping from hell. There's a classic game actually on DOS, which I'll probably stream at some point on Twitch, called Escape from Hell. Related to the theme. And Escape from Hell is a great game about escape. It's a point-and-click adventure type of game about escaping from hell. And Agony is also about that, but you have to like stealth past demons and stuff in Agony. It's a little bit different. It's kind of like a stealth survival horror type of game. It's supposed to be extra gory and horrifying. But that's right up my alley. Good stuff. So Agony, check that out if you haven't heard anything about Agony so far, but that's way up on the list. Next, another game that I'm pretty excited for, that's Red Dead Redemption 2. You probably wouldn't expect that I'd be like putting Red Dead Redemption on my list, but I actually 100%ed the first Red Dead. I really liked that game. I really liked that series. Even the first one, the Capcom one, totally loved that game. I like cowboys, I guess. I like cowboy video games for some reason. But Red Dead Redemption, like, I really enjoyed that game, and the sequel I'm gonna really enjoy. It's the kind of thing like I can play with my friends. They'll all buy it. I know they'll all buy it. We'll all play it together. It'll be fun. So Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm on that. Next game is Detroit Become Human. This one I'm excited for because everything I've seen for it looks good, but in all honesty, I hate like basically every game that this company makes, and I know it's going to be similar. But like, I'm hoping that they've figured it out this time. They've got a setting I enjoy, kind of like a futuristic, cyberpunkish kind. It's not really cyberpunk. It's more like just, uh, you know, high technology kind of future. I guess it's not. It doesn't seem like cyberpunkish in the sense that everything's not gritty. But this is Detroit Become Human, so I like the idea that they're selling for it. So like, the small things you do in the story change the way it happens. So you could play it multiple times and get totally different things by doing different ways to complete each scenario. And I think like Heavy Rain I played and I didn't really enjoy. And like basically all of their games, like not really for me, but this one I'm hoping is the one that's going to do it, where I'm going to be like, yeah, I totally clicked, because it looks fun. It looks like I wanted to try it when they were showing it at whatever, the PlayStation Awards. Maybe they showed like a bunch of it. I was PSX, maybe it was, I don't remember, something like that. But there were a lot of, it just looked fun. It looked like something I wanted to try. Like you have to do various ways to fix various things in the level, or find certain things, and you'll get like a percentage of how much you've completed or how much you can do to make things easier. It's the kind of thing that I enjoy. I think I'd enjoy that. So Detroit Become Human is pretty high on my list of stuff that looks interesting. So next we've got Call of Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu is, I'm a huge Lovecraft fan. I like Lovecraftian horror. I like the story of Call of Cthulhu also. I'm not sure if the game is following the story of the book, or it's just like calling it Call of Cthulhu and it's just like a Lovecraft game. Again, this is one that I'm not hugely watching things for, because I know I'm going to buy it when it comes out. I just want to be surprised. So, but this game, man, it looks good. From what I've seen of it, looks good. What I've seen of it looks interesting. It's the kind of thing where, they haven't really done a super good Call of Cthulhu game in a long time, besides like Call of Cthulhu Ends of the Earth on the Xbox. So I've got high hopes for this one. I'm hoping it's going to be interesting and well done. You're not going to just be like fighting a Cthulhu in it. Like, it's going to be kind of a well done horror type of game, in the kind of, you can go crazy and that's the end. I'm hoping that's how it works. It's kind of, there has to be a game to it, obviously. There has to be something you can do, but whatever. Could be an adventure. I don't know. I'm excited for it though, because I'm a big into the Cthulhu thing. Next one you might not expect me to want to play, but this is Conan Exiles, and this one is solely based on the fact that I love Conan. I love the Conan world. You might not know this, but it's totally connected to the Cthulhu mythos. The world of Conan is the world of Cthulhu. It's connected. The writers, H.P. Lovecraft and Robert E. Howard, were real life friends. Like, they talked and they added things from each other's stories into their books. So there are kind of cosmic monster things and books and things in the Conan stories that appear in the Cthulhu mythos and vice versa. So the world of Conan is really exciting to me. I've read all the Robert Howard Conan stories. I even really like the Conan cartoon from the 80s. Is it late 80s, maybe early 90s? Conan the Adventurer. It is not the live action TV show Conan the Adventurer. Conan the Adventurer, the cartoon show. Keep that in mind. But I'm hoping Conan. I've never played Conan Exiles. I know it's been out in like kind of beta form or like early access form forever, and people were playing it on Twitch for like a long time. But I'm really excited for a console release of Conan Exiles, and I hope somebody out there also buys it so I can play with people I know. Otherwise, I'm just going to be playing it as a single player game, which it may or may not be possible. But yeah, I'm going to check out Conan Exiles this year, which I'm excited for. Another game, a PC game that I'm not entirely sure will be out this year, but it looks like it's going to be out this year. That is Frostpunk. Frostpunk seems to be a kind of city management game, but you are building in this kind of Arctic wasteland. You're building this kind of Arctic city to survive the Arctic. I'm not doing it justice by describing it, but if you search for some videos on Frostpunk, it looks really cool. I'm not really sure how I can explain it without you looking at it, but think of it like, uh, um, I don't know, SimCity on but it's not like SimCity though, because like you have this kind of rotating city thing that is you're trying to protect from the elements and from attacks and things. It's kind of cool. I think overall it looks really cool. It looks really interesting. And probably cool was not the best choice there because it's kind of a pun. But it was totally unintentional. I didn't mean to make a cool pun with Frostpunk. Don't take me as that kind of low-hanging fruit kind of guy. I'm not. But anyway, check out videos for Frostpunk because it looks like something that I would enjoy specifically. I don't know about almost any of you, but I like these kind of simulation type of games, so sounds good to me. Of course, the next game, though, you know I'm going to be excited for. That will be Catherine Full Bodied. Super excited to play Catherine again. I recently bought Catherine on the PS3 again. Like, I have it on the 360, and I have, like, a vast majority of the achievements. But I was like, you know what? Even though I've played through Catherine like 15 times, let's play through it again on the PS3 and get all the trophies, or as many trophies as I can get. I still can't get past like the third Babel level, you know, like the extra level you get for getting all golds. I still can't get past the third one. I guess it's like much easier if you do it with a partner, but I don't have anybody who's good enough to play it with me. At least not at that level. But anyway, Catherine Full Bodied, whole new character, adds a third element. I guess I'd assume it's neutral. You know how it's just kind of, you've got like chaos and law in Catherine. Maybe the new Catherine Rin is kind of represents a neutral route. Who knows? But I don't even care. I'm just happy that I'm going to have Catherine and I'll be able to play through it 15 more times. Just, you know, to get all the endings again. It's going to be good. I'm excited for that. Can't wait to play Catherine again. And it's not coming until like the end of 2018, which sounds so strange because you think like, oh, it's just like a port, but like there is new stuff. But even then you'd expect that like they would release it within like 6 months of the announcement or like 3 months of the announcement. It's that kind of thing where you're just like, how much extra stuff is there? But apparently it's gonna at least a year's worth of development worth of new stuff. So Catherine Full Bodied. Can't wait for that though. Let's see. Next, final two in this list before we get to the things that are like maybe 2018. But we've got coming really soon, a couple of months from now, is the Dark Souls remaster. I'm excited for Dark Souls remaster. I'm excited to play that on the Switch, really. I'm not going to get it on anything but the Switch. I'm just going all in on the Switch. Anything I can get on the Switch, I'm getting on the Switch. But having handheld Dark Souls, sounds like a dream. Can't wait. And I've played through Dark Souls recently again. Like I played through Dark Souls on Twitch. I streamed the entirety of Demon Souls and Dark Souls on Twitch in the past month or so. So playing Dark Souls again sounds like a fun plan to me. I'll be happy to do that. On the last game on this list before we get to the 4 or so that are on the kind of maybe for 2018 is The World Ends With You Final Remix. I played The World Ends With You on the DS. I know this Final Remix version is kind of like the version that's been on the iPad forever, but it's got a little bit of new content and can be played with a controller. And that's important because if you've ever played The World Ends With You on the DS, that shit is like, it's fun, but like once you get towards the end, you're gonna get like fucking repetitive distress disorder or something on your wrist. It's like automatic carpal tunnel because you're like constantly doing the same thing over and over again with your wrist to do attacks and get through long battles. And I really enjoyed that game. I liked the story, I liked the characters, I liked the style of it, and having it on the Switch sounds like a fun time for me. So another game I can add to my Switch library, which will be enormous when it's done. And it's so weird to say that because, I mean, it's not really, because there's no more handhelds. Basically, Switch is it. So anyone who is like mainly a handheld developer is going to be putting out all their awesome stuff on the Switch. Thumbs up to that. Good job, everybody. Switch is going to be awesome. But currently, even then, like just lesser ports, I guess you'd say, of games that are coming out on PS4, 360, not 360, Xbox One or whatever. Fuck, I don't care. Give me that handheld and I'm fine. So Switch everything for me if I can. As much as I can, at least. I wish Catherine Full Bodied was coming out on the Switch. I'd definitely get it there. If they release Catherine Full Bodied and then like 6 months later come out with a Switch version, I'll buy it again on the Switch and play through it 15 more times. I don't give a fuck. I am that kind of guy. But, yeah, so that's the end of the big list of games for 2018 that I'm excited for. And then we have 4 more games on this list that may or may not be coming in 2018. I have no idea. Their release dates were sketchy or unknown at the moment, but they've mentioned them so many times that like they have to be coming or they might be coming 2018 or early 2019, I'd guess. Next is first the obvious one that everybody should know, Shin Megami Tensei 5. No idea if it's coming this year. They've shown nothing. They've given no real hints, but they've shown it. They've shown it last year, right? So it's possible that it's coming at the end of 2018. Seems like it might, right? It might not. It could be 2019. Who knows? But it's rare that they'll show something like that and then not have anything for 2 years, right? Or like a year and a half. That's very un-Atlas-like. So I'm hoping that that's coming in 2018. It might not, though. There's a good chance that won't. Another one that we have is Necromunda Underhive Wars. Necromunda, obviously, it's just got a re-release, as the board game did. Just got a revamp that came out as the miniatures game. I love Necromunda, but this is a PC version of. It's also coming to PS4, I believe, too. But Necromunda Underhive Wars is like if you've played Mordheim on the PS4 or the PC. Maybe it's on Xbox One also, I don't know. But Necromunda, I mean, not Necromunda, Mordheim is kind of like a 3D kind of tactical game where you have your own kind of squads, like Mordheim, the actual game. And Necromunda is the science fiction Warhammer 40k version of that. And that, what's it called? Mordheim game is great. For me, it's great. I don't know. It's not like the best game ever, but I like Mordheim and I like the setting and I like the way that game is played. And I'm hoping they can translate that to Necromunda because I like Necromunda more than I like Mordheim. The setting, at least. So yeah, it would be great to have like Genestealer cults or just like the normal houses of Necromunda. That's fine with me. Good enough. I'd be fine with that. Give me my clan Escher or whatever. Escher? Whatever. Anyway, Necromunda Underhive Wars, that's been announced for like a year now, I think. And there's been no update on that. So I'm hoping that's actually going to come this year. It might not, though. Another one, though, is CD Projekt Red. I like to say it that way, even though, like, it's just like how the Polish developers say it. Projekt, it's Project 3D, Project Red or whatever, are hopefully releasing Cyberpunk 2077 this year. That game they announced like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, who knows? But I used to actually play the tabletop RPG of Cyberpunk before, not when it was 2077, when it was like 2020. But man, that's a good game. I'm waiting for that game. I can't wait for that game, and I'm hoping it's coming out this year because I really want to play Cyberpunk game made by the people who made the Witcher series. It's gonna be good. Um, there's not a lot of info though. They've shown that trailer. Obviously, it's been around for a while, but they haven't shown much. I'm just hoping it comes out soon because I am raring. Oh, just cannot wait to get my hands on that. And last thing, this is the last game out of all of these. The last one is Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes, and that's on the Switch, and that was announced a couple months back. But I'm hoping that that's coming out this year. I'd be excited to play another No More Heroes games. Those games are fun. It gives me yet again another game to add to the Switch library, which is ever growing. Not that I have a ton of games at the moment, but there's gonna be a lot of games on the Switch that I'm excited for. So I'm just excited for the platform, really. Currently I have like 5 games for the Switch. It's not like I have 100 games. But man, excited to use that Switch more. So yeah, that's about it. That's all those games. I don't know how many games that was. I guess I could count it, but you can guess. It's over 20. So wait, let's see. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 24 games. So 24 games we got that are announced now. That's not even like counting games that are still coming for or have yet to be announced that will be released in 2018. So we've got a huge amount of games here. We've got a bunch of stuff coming. So 2018 is looking to be already, if I bought all the games on this list right now, I probably will have bought more new games in 2018 than I did in 2017 total. So already 2018 is looking to be really good for me. I don't know about you guys, what's looking good for you, but if you guys want to make a video response, something people never do on YouTube anymore, or if you just want to type it in the comments or come and yell at me in my Twitch stream what you're looking forward to in 2018, feel free to do that, because in all honesty, it's most fun if you just come into the Twitch stream and talk about it, because it gives me something to talk about while I'm streaming. I'm always streaming something odd. Usually I am anyway. So come into Twitch, where I am at least once a week streaming, sometimes more. But come into Twitch, chat about some games you're excited for 2018, or just comment below, whatever. I'll reply to comments. Oh, or, just make a video response. I'll totally watch it. That's about it, though. That's all we're doing for today. That's all we've got going on. So this is my response to Playongo and my first video of the year. So yeah, I will catch you guys all whenever I make another video, or on Twitch. So see you next time.